everybody, welcome to my vlog. This video these videos have been dedicated to journalizing my journey on the 60-day juice challenge. And so this is video number 3. The first was the reason why. The second was the introduction on what you need to do in order to be successful in this juice challenge. You can find all of these videos on my page on Facebook, 60-day juice challenge. It's all one word. 60-day juice challenge. For those that have joined, thank you so much. We've definitely been enjoying ourselves, sharing information and knowledge, and just each and every one sharing their journey through pictures, through weight loss, through life changes. So it's been great. Recently I posted a post about a video that I'm going to do, which will have some insight information, and that's what this one is. I asked for some titles because I was trying to be catchy, and so FITin5. Thank you, Chantel, for that. FITin5. So I'm going to try to condense all the information I ever give you in any future videos in 5 minutes. We'll see how long this works because I know I can be a little bit long-winded. So today, give me a little bit over 5 minutes. I'm going to set the timer right now, and when 5 minutes counts down, I'm going to start wrapping up what I'm saying because you're in for a treat. This is some really, really good information I'm bringing to the table today. So there's the timer started. I have a secret I want to share with the world. Humans, whether you believe it or not, were created to live forever. Our bodies, our makeup was created to live forever. And this is based on my faith in the Bible. When Adam and Eve were created, they were created to commune with the Lord and have dominion over the earth forever. When they sinned, when they ate of the tree of knowledge of good and evil, when they ate the fruit, they were thrown out of God's presence, and that covenant relationship with Adam and Eve was destroyed. So they no longer were mandated to live forever because sin now was exposed in the earth. You can read it in Genesis. If you don't believe me, check it out. Great story. Humans then started living up to 900 years. That's right, 900 years. They were living very long. Generations and generations of people living long. It wasn't until the flood, God got fed up. He was fed up with the world and the way it was going, and he flooded the earth. And when Adam and Eve, when Noah and his family were allowed to go back into the earth, their lifespan was shortened to about 120 years. It took 12 generations for that to happen, but people's lifespan began to dwindle and dwindle and dwindle. And as you see, not many people are living to 120 years. You can all read it in the book of Genesis if you don't believe me. But guess what? There are some linkages. There's some linkage to why our lifespan has been condensed. One, of course, sin. They were murdering everybody. Nobody had any respect for the Lord. So he said, listen, y'all have been living too long. Let me go ahead and shorten your life. But before the flood, our diet, the original diet of humanity, was fruits, vegetables, and nuts. God told Adam, here are the trees, here are the seeds, here are the fruits that grow from the different trees. This is yours. You'll have it for food. That's all humanity ate. Even when Adam and Eve sinned, that's all they ate. They used to live up to 900 years. Murder came on the scene. The flood came on the scene. The flood was over. And God instructed Noah and his family to eat, of course, the fruits and the vegetables, what they had been used to eating. But he said, every moving, living creature you can eat. So we started eating meat. Animals, of course, began to eat each other as well. That's when lifespan began to dwindle. I'm trying to create some connection here. Nothing in the Bible says that. It doesn't say that in the Bible specifically, but I'm trying to create some creation of our lifespan and our eating habits and what happened at that moment. So when we began to eat meat, our lifespan began to dwindle. It took 12 generations in the Bible, but eventually we started getting down to 120. Now we're up to the 60s and the 70s. People are checking out of here. So we're not even hitting up to the 120. And those who are up there in their hundreds, if you ask them about their eating habits, you'll be surprised at the things that they eat and what has created them to live so long. So Our original diet was just fruits and berries, vegetables, and fruit and nuts. Adam and Eve sinned. Sin and murder came on the earth. The flood came. God instructed Noah to eat the meat. This is my point. People think we need meat for protein and we need meat. And there's nothing wrong with eating meat. I love meat. But our bodies can sustain itself off the natural fruits and veggies the Lord put in the earth. And if you watch the video, Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, you'll learn about the nutritional value of fruits and vegetables and how at their rawest form, at their wholest form, they are the most healthiest things to eat. I've tried diets over and over again, and I always wonder why. I'm exercising, I'm dieting, but I'm still not getting that maximum weight loss that I'm looking for, the maximum weight loss that I'm looking for. And that's because we've been tricked. We've been bamboozled by commercialization. We've been bamboozled by markets. They sell low-fat this and low-fat that and reduced fat this and reduced fat that, when really, number one, is unhealthy for us, and number two is really not much reduced. Let's talk about milk for a moment. People think eating fat-free skim milk, I used to be one of those. My roommates would drink regular milk, and I'd be on my own tip of fat-free and skim milk. But milk at its wholest form is its most healthiest. Milk at its wholest form is its most healthiest. The fat in milk helps us take in the calcium that's in milk. Vitamin A and D is in the fat of the milk. And this helps with there's my time, give me a few more minutes. That helps with cell metabolism. Cell metabolism help our cells to grow and regenerate. So the fat that's in milk, we need it. When we get rid of all the fat that's in milk, when we get rid of all the stuff that's needed, we're left with a whole bunch of sugar. So you're not really losing a whole bunch of weight anyway because you're drinking a whole bunch of sugar. Food at its wholest form is its best. The way God intended, the way God created it, is the way that we should be eating. The less processed, the better it is. Food has a natural synergy when it works together in its wholest form. You can't take one away and expect the other half to work. And that's why many of the diet programs end up not working. That's why many of the low fat, low this, low that doesn't work, because food needs to be in its wholest form in order for you to get all the nutritional value from this. And this is something I learned in marketing class. And let me tell you a trick. Like on a loaf of bread, if it says 25% less fat, they actually didn't take any of the fat out. They just took a couple slices of the bread out. And it's 25% of what it originally was. And that's what a lot of the products that are out there. So for those who are looking for ways to get healthy, eat food in its wholest form in a healthy fashion. We take vegetables and put butter and cheese and salts and seasonings all over it and destroy it. The nutritional value is gone, and we're just eating nothing but globs and globs of good old sweet potatoes with all the gook and stuff. So eating food in its wholest form is its healthiest. Your intake versus your outtake is definitely important as well. You can't intake 3,000 or 4,000 calories a day and then not work that off and work off a couple hundred calories in that day. So that's why a lot of the muscular and the huge football players and athletes, they eat crazy diets, but it doesn't affect them that much because they work it right off immediately. And that's our issue. So stop buying all the low fat, low this, low that. It's not good for you. Start portioning your food and stop eating so much of it and working out at the same time. And that's the way you pull off that balance. Start putting a little bit more fruits and vegetables in your diet. Our sicknesses, of course, that were not originally created or mandated, man was never supposed to be sick, but because of the things that we do, we create sicknesses. Herbs and spices and natural things that were created by the earth can heal us. But because we eat a whole bunch of microwave food, because we eat a whole bunch of processed food, that is creating sickness and disease for us, and the body can't fight it off because we have no nutrients to fight it off. read an article about what goes in McDonald's chicken nuggets, and I love McDonald's chicken nuggets, and a lot went into that, and ammonia is one of the things they use to clean it, and it's crazy, crazy, crazy. So start looking into what you eat, start looking into your diet, and then having some exercise matched up with it. So think about God's original plan. Think about all those low fat, low carb, all that stuff you're buying when most of it you need is saturated fat, provides good cholesterol, which you need. And think about your exercise. 30 minutes of exercise is pretty good. Think about those three things. Google a lot of stuff that I'm talking about. It's factual, it's truth, and science is now supporting it. Science is now supporting it. Thanks. I know I went way over 5 minutes, and can't wait to the next video, which we're going to delve into this stuff a little bit more. But that was just a lot that I had to get out. Apologize. FITin5. Be back with the next video. Stay tuned.
Look, if you had one shot, one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted,